my name is Gaurav Prabhu. I've been into films since like 8 years now, making films since 8 years. But I've been a freelancer all the time, so I get a lot of time to do a lot of things in life. I've been professor at Soma College. I've been a photography professor at Soma College. I've been a brand manager for a few companies, so I've made a lot of branding campaigns which you might have seen. I cannot mention any now. Then I've also made videos for films, like making of the films behind the scenes and publicity videos and stuff. So yeah, mostly the creative side of life is what I try to achieve. When you are a freelancer, you have a lot of time in life. You have so much time in life that you want to explore things, or else you will just sit in your room and wither away, like dry off and just wither away. So, and one more thing, if you stop, like to be a traveler, you need to have that thing in you. So I think all those guys who are freelancers have this thing in them that they have to keep on exploring things. That's the reason I like to travel a lot. So whenever I get chance, I just pack my bags and leave. Since childhood, my dad used to tell me one story about my grandfather, that when he was young, like my age, like 25-year-old, he had rode from Mumbai to Karwar. So Mumbai to Karwar is around 700 to 750 kilometers, and consider it back in like 60 years or 70 years back. That time you didn't have Google, you didn't have phones. So if you leave from here, till the time you don't reach there, nobody knows where are you. You didn't have maps, you didn't have GPS, you didn't have all these things. Other than that, there is this patch between this road, that is Bombay to Karwar, there is a patch which is all jungle. And there used to be those gundas and dakus on ghoda with guns and stuff. There used to be those things that time. And he rode alone with just a metal rod. So if anything happens, I cannot just go and ride a bike from Mumbai to Karwar. I have to learn it. Like I have to master the skills of riding, only then I'll do that. So I mastered my skills. I tried to learn biking so that one day I take up this thing. Like one day I ride from Bombay to Karwar and live the life what my grandfather has lived, which I've only heard in a story. So I tried to gain all knowledge possible, learn to fix my bike myself and everything. So if it crashes also, I have to fix it myself. And I did this journey. So I think in 2014, I did this ride from Bombay to Karwar. And when I come back Bombay, I decide now you have to find your own routes. You have to find your own way out. You have to find your own routes. You have to find your own stories. Because now you have lived someone else's story and now you have to explore yours. So I did Bombay to Ladakh. So that was a very random plan. Like one of my friends told me that I'm doing Bombay to Ladakh. I was like, I don't have money. Because see, I'm a freelancer. I have money today, don't have money tomorrow, but then day after I might again have money. So today I told him I don't have money and he's going to leave. There are only 4 days for his trip and I call him, I'm like, dude, I'm coming. And I just pack my bags. In 4 days, I make all my, not even 4 days actually, 2 days I make all my plans for Ladakh trip and we start from Bombay to Ladakh. That is my story. So Ladakh destination, because then you reach on top of your country and you have done the best ride which people from outside come to do. So that was my motivation to do Ladakh. Okay, but when I started my Ladakh ride, my perception about Ladakh ride changed completely. Because it was insane. Like, I don't know why we don't hear such stories from a lot of riders who call themselves as Ladakhi riders. I don't call myself as Ladakhi riders, I call myself as an explorer who likes to get stories, who likes to know what is lifestyle of people who stay there and stuff. So it started. The Ladakh ride started and I started on a very less planning, like there was not much planning to it. I just wanted to get out and I didn't have a map or something. I either say Dajana, it was not like that. From Bombay till Delhi, it was all chilled out, like cool, no problem. Like it is normal roads and normal like cities, nothing like you won't see something exceptionally different because it's like highway. Then from from Delhi to Chandigarh and ahead, it was beautiful because there's all green, long fields which we have never seen, and it is getting you to a feeling of getting towards the mountains and you're going. We reached Udhampur. Our first stop was Udhampur. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak about this, but we stayed at an army camp because one of the riders from the group belongs to a territorial army. I don't want to mention his name because they have some secrecy. So he got us to stay in army camps. Actually, you can stay in army camps. Army camps have guest houses. And the day we reached there, Udhampur was attacked by terrorists, and there was this police chowki which was bombarded by terrorists, and there was a curfew. So we wasted one day. They didn't allow us to get out, and because we were getting out of an army camp, and terrorists target army more, we were in trouble. Like we had this tension all the time that someone would have spotted you guys getting out of that army camp, and you would be some secret agents of army, and they would have eyes on you all the time. So we had this fear, but still we wanted to do Ladakh. We were like all charged up to do Ladakh. So we started our journey again. Then we reached Sonmarg, and I'm skipping all things in between because this is very beautiful, but I'm telling you guys stories, right? So we reached Sonmarg, and I saw the biggest landslide I've ever seen in my life. Like I've never seen such a landslide on TV or on Discovery or anywhere else, because the whole mountain had come down. Like there was there. So you have seen these ranges of mountains, like aisa. Like there are these ranges of mountains. So yeah, aisa range mein, there's this mountain which is completely come down. It was that huge, and so we went there and we were like, we can ride over this. He's like, sir, हमें पता नहीं है ये landslide के नीचे कोई cars भी हो सकती. So it is so slushy. It is so slushy and so like loose that you might just step on it and you would go down. So we are not allowed to go. That landslide took 2 days to clear. So for 2 days we were stuck. So 2 days we were stuck. We had to now wait for 2 days, and it gets you irritated because you are on high altitude. You are just trying to adjust to the climate. So you are waiting, and then we cleared the landslide. Like, okay, now we can ride ahead. We reached Leh. Then we reached ahead. We reached Leh city, and after Leh city, there is a only patch of 50 kilometers which you do to reach Khardung top. But that 50 kilometer patch takes around 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours to complete, because it's all like bad roads and river crossings and this and that, and you reach. But then it's not that difficult. Okay, it's not very difficult road. If you are a off-roader and if you have ridden bikes a lot, you can do that. It's only that the temperature becomes cold, the oxygen level becomes low because you're climbing high altitude. There are different situations which come together, and you have to clear those. There comes a river and we cross that. There comes this thing, that thing, and we reach the top where you see snow, and there's this board of Khardung top. We take the occasional like normal selfies which everyone does. Yeah. So we do all that thing. We take GoPro footages, and then one of my friends start feeling that he is on low on oxygen, and he starts. Then army people come and help us. Then they tell us you have to leave from here. So we leave from Khardung top, and we reach a spot which is 12 kilometers from Khardung top called South Pulu. Now this spot, Khardung top, is 18,000 feet above the sea level, or sea level, right, or ground level, sea level. And then the South Pulu is like 15,000 feet. So we reach there, and then the army people stop us. They are like, you cannot go ahead. We are like, why? There is just a landslide happened. So wait for some time, we'll clear it, and then you can go. It's like, okay. And suddenly, in Ladakh at that point, I mean at the Khardung top region, the climate can change any moment. Suddenly in just 5 minutes, it started little bit snowing and raining. Okay, it started raining and it becomes very cold. Now because we had kept all our luggage at Leh city and we thought it is just 50 kilometers, why to take our luggage? We didn't have anything. We just have like 2 t-shirts and uske upar jacket and bandana and stuff. And we were like, okay, it's getting cold. Now it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Now it's night. Now how would you ride down, right? They're like, we have cleared the landslide. We're like, okay, we'll go. We start riding. We crossed that landslide and we went ahead. We saw one more landslide. And then we were like, okay, let's try to clear this. But then we saw like this huge rocks. So we were like, okay, we cannot clear it. We come back to army. We were like, we saw one more landslide ahead. And then they take out jeep and then they go there again and they check. I was like, yeah, okay, there's a lot of big rocks there. You cannot go ahead. Do one thing. Stay in this dhaba. So there was a small, not dhaba, canteen. Army canteen type thing, open sheet. They put one kerosene ka canister and they're like, okay, it's very cold. You just sit here, have Maggie, food, chai and everything and sit. You guys leave tomorrow or whenever the landslide is clear. It's like, okay, one day done. Whole night we chilled at that canteen and 2 of our guys went bad, like because of low oxygen, a lot of cold. They were like suffering a lot. So they went and so the army people took them into the, they have small igloo type shades like bunkers. So it is a little warmer than outside. So they took him inside. These two guys inside that bunker. They stayed there. We were outside. Next day again we wake up. We're like, okay, now we are gonna reach down again. Let's go. And army people like, yeah, we have cleared all the landslides. You can go. Like, okay. We again go. We see a landslide at 200 meters. We're like, oh, okay. We saw one more landslide. We tried to clear that, but then again there was a lot of flow of water and big rocks. So we come back again and we tell army people there is landslide. Like, okay. And then again they take out jeep and they go. And then we see one jeep which is completely soaked in mud. They say last night when we went to see the other landslide, there's one more landslide which happened and it came on them. And the whole jeep went inside. It took whole night to get that jeep out and those people out and reach back to South Pulu. And then we were sitting. It was again like 12 o'clock or something, afternoon. Next day, these guys come and tell us there are 12 landslides in front of us. And these landslides will take a lot of time to clear. I was like, okay. And then this is again very confidential thing. I don't know how many people have seen this who have done Ladakh rides. But the Jammu Kashmir police and army people are completely different. Jammu Kashmir police didn't try to even help us. They are like, you have to go down. We don't know how. Leave your bikes here. Go down. Get your bikes later. But we cannot take responsibility of you guys on 15,000 feet. And we were determined we cannot leave our bikes because I have been riding my bike from Bombay to Ladakh. How will I just leave my bike there and go down, right? So I decided I won't go. So others also decided, okay, we won't go. And then there's people, police started pressurizing us that you have to go and this and that. Then again, we had one army guy with us. So he told the army people that this thing is happening and we cannot go down. So army people told that, okay, we'll take responsibility of these guys and, let them be till we clear the landslides. Anyways, it's very risky because it was raining and there were a lot of landslides. If you climb down also, you might die. So yeah. Next day, at 4 o'clock around, next day, now this is like next day, 4 o'clock around, we started our ride again. Army people told us that now it's clear. But this time we do 1 kilometer, okay? Like 1 kilometer tak no landslide. We're like, okay, 1 kilometer tak no landslide. That means we are going down today for sure. We reach ahead and there's this something happened and we had a landslide behind us. Okay. So obviously now you cannot go behind again. So now we are in between, okay? It's 4 o'clock, 4:30 something. We have daylight. We ride. Ahead we saw a landslide. They're like, okay, this is a landslide. Yeah, but then this landslide was a little slushy, not big rocks. So we put a lot of rocks on it and clear the route. I'll give you some pictures. You can put it in this video. We put some rocks and make a small road to pass through, and we ride ahead on that thing. Again, like we all have all muck on our shoes and everything, and it's getting dark. So we're riding. We could ride. My bike is like light. This is why I ride a Apache. It's very lightweight. You can maneuver it very well, and you can get through the situations. Then we have to lift a lot of bullets and push a lot of bullets and get them out of those slushy situations. We got out. We cleared one landslide. And this guy who first cleared the landslide, we told him to do recce, that is go ahead and check if there is any other problem. He come back in like 2 minutes and he's like, okay guys, we are stuck again. We're like, now this landslide is very difficult to clear, it's big rocks. Like, we'll do something, and it's getting dark again. We clear that landslide also somehow, like push rocks, put little more like big rocks on the road and the slush. And when you take your bike on that rock which is put on the slush, the rock would go sinking down. And then you ride ahead. Like we did all those things, we cleared, and we had an Israeli group with us. There were like 18 of them, and we were 8 of us. So we were a lot of people, and we cleared each one of them like one by one. One clears the road, and then he comes back, helps other, and we cleared the whole route. We went again ahead, and now this is a road something like this, like U. So like U, as in not very small U, it's a huge U. Like you can see, like at 10 kilometers, there's 5 kilometers, there's a turn which goes like that, and then there's like 20 kilometers in front of you, which is like U, like that. We went ahead. Now again we saw one landslide. And I just stood like that. I was like, kitna hoga? And I saw the whole route like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there is here 7, 8. And then 12 landslides right in front of my eyes at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Which is going to be dark. And we had heard something behind. That means we cannot go back. Like, let's clear this first. So we clear one more, we go ahead. Then there is a small, that U-turn wala jagah tha, U-turn as in the turn wala jagah, wahan pe there is this bridge type thing. So it is the safest place to be. Because if any landslide or something happens also, it will go from below. So we parked our bikes there because it was now almost dark. Like you could see, it was dark. And we get on this Israeli guys are very charged down. And they're like, yeah, hola, hola. And they take the bike and they go ahead of that bridge and they park just next to the landslide. And we are standing here, don't go there. It's very risky to stand below a mountain at this time. You don't know. There are like 12 landslides and there might be landslides again. And these guys are like, no, we are chill. And then this big rock comes and falls on one bullet. And then this guy start running behind. Like, we told you. And then this guy start running back behind and then they take all their bikes back behind and then now it's dark. And that what thing last happened was that big rock. Now we are all scared. Everyone is so scared. And trust me, that was the point when I didn't have any camera. My GoPro was down. My phone was down. Everyone's phone was down. DSLR was down. All batteries are gone. No batteries, nothing. I had a charger on my bike though. I had put a charger on my bike, but it was also because of landslide. Itna mak chalega tha, it was also not working. So no batteries, no connections, nothing. We were just standing there. Each one of us goes to one another. And we're like, okay, if I don't clear this, tell my dad, mom this, my friend this, this, everyone comes. Like everyone, that was the moment when we meet each one of us. In my life, I've had only this experience where it was like life and death. You don't know if tomorrow you're going to be out of this situation or tonight you're gone. Everyone talks to each other. Everyone. Trust me. Like, ये filmy story lag raha hai, but everyone talks to each other and tell them, and very seriously, like, Dick, if I don't clear this, you have to go my place, okay? Just go to my place, okay? Like, tu mera dost, I consider you as my friend, okay? Just go to my place, okay? Just tell them what happened. What was the last thing I said? Everyone did this to each other. And we were just standing. Because those rocks, the landslide in front of us was like very huge. Like this was the amount of landslide on the road and big rocks. So you could not do anything. And just standing. Like, now what? What's next? These Israeli guys are again charged. We'll do something. And they put all this at Decathlon wala headgear, torch and all on their head. And they go there and they're pushing rocks. They're trying to do something. And like, okay, we will also do, yeah. Like, they're right. Abhi hum log ne sabke saath baatcheet kar liya. We know now, do or die situation, we have to do something. We all go there, we start pushing something. And imagine this thing now. Filmy se bhi filmy story. On the opposite side, we saw a light. And some huge sound of some crane or something like that. And there's this army guy walking in that light. Like, piche se light aa raha hai, silhouette shot. This army guy walking like this. Piche se light aa raha hai, and you see a big crane coming from here. And he is like, tension mat lo, hum log aa rahe hain. Oh shit. That day of my life, man, that day of my life. Then they come, they get the crane, they clear the whole land. They're like, tum piche jao. And we all run to the bridge. Because of that lifting and dropping of the crane also, there might be a landslide which happens. So our last hope would also go down. And then, you know, what happened is those army guys up on top, they had contact that these are their 12-15 bikers who have left from here, they're on their own. They might need your help. And they start at night to see if there are any landslides. And that, it did happen. Trust me, there were 2 cranes. 2 those JCBs, not cranes, 2 JCBs. One behind another. So वो एक बह भी गया, तो still they had another one. It was that great of Indian Army for us. Like I seriously respect Indian Army for another reason only in a whole. I've seen how they help people to live. They cleared the landslide, and then the next thing is how we ride down. Okay, convoy. There's one JCB ahead. There's this convoy of bikes, and there's a JCB behind. And we ride. They take us through the convoy down, and then again we reach a spot which JCB would take 2 days to clear. And then this army guy was local, okay. So he's like, एक काम करते हैं, मेरे को एक रास्ता पता है, जिधर से बाइक्स जा सकते हैं, हम लोग वहाँ से जाते हैं. And there was a small village down in the valley. So it took us from a small rasta. Now this is like late night, 10:30, 11, 12 ये सब चल रहा है. We are going through that small gully, taking our bikes, going like that. Then comes a spot जहाँ पे steps है बहुत सारा. So we are going down with our bikes on steps and everything, and we reach Leh city. Like, I don't know how many people who have done Ladakh has experienced this thing, but we had been through that life and death situation. We have told our friends that by dost, it was great that we rode such an amazing ride together. But that is insane Ladakh ride. Like, I don't think I could tell you anything other than this, what happened on my Ladakh ride, crazy enough. This was the insanest part, which what I've seen Ladakh as. This is Ladakh.